Councillor Ben-Isri, Councillor Erdely, Councillor Torjman, Councillor Burku, as well as staff. And we also have our city clerk, Jason Prevost. The first item on the agenda is question period. Are there any questions, Maître Prevost?
No, we have no questions tonight.
So we'll move to the next item, which is the adoption of the bylaw to delay the payment of tax payment installments. And I'll pass it over to Councillor Erdely.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Be it resolved that bylaw 2572-1, entitled Bylaw 2572-1, amending Bylaw 2572 concerning taxes of the City of Côte Saint-Luc for the fiscal year 2021, be and is hereby adopted.
Moved by Councillor Erdely, seconded by Councillor Burku. Any discussion? Go ahead, Councillor Erdely, explain it.
So just maybe to clarify for those residents that are watching either live on YouTube or watching later on. So what this bylaw does, it is changing the tax dates or the tax due dates. So the first installment normally was due the end of February, and the second installment normally due end of May. So what we have done is push back the installment date. So the first installment is due on May 27th, and the second one is on August 25th. And this is something we discussed, and the reason we're able to do it is because the agglomeration has postponed the date in which we have to pay what's called our quote-part, and that is our allocation that we pay to the agglomeration, and that covers things like the STM or public transit. It covers police and fire and arterial roads as well. So because they've extended their deadline, it has allowed us to extend the deadline to residents. So we're happy to do that. Residents, I should mention, residents should be receiving their tax bills nonetheless in the next, let's say, week or two. So we had to delay the tax bill slightly just to make some modification based on this change. But residents will still be receiving them within the next few weeks. But again, keep in mind the new dates, end of May and end of August. And if residents, of course, have any questions, they can always reach out to the finance department, and you can always go to the finance department's website on our Côte Saint-Luc page and to see the full presentation from December. And I guess just one last thing as a reminder that for most Côte Saint-Luc homeowners, it'll be either a zero increase or possibly a slight decrease. So for the homeowner who had an average increase in terms of their valuation, they would get either a 0% increase, so no increase from last year, or possibly a slight decrease. So
if their evaluation is less than the average. If your evaluation is less than the average.
If your evaluation is more, you'll get a slight increase, but if it's at or below, then you'll be at 0 or even a slight decrease in your taxes this year.
Thank you, Councillor Erdely. Being moved and seconded. All in favor? Anyone opposed? It is carried unanimously. Call for adjournment. Moved by Councillor Ben-Isri, seconded by Councillor Torjman. All in favor? So we are adjourned. Thank you very much. And guys, if you want to stay on for a minute, sure.